Hello friends, welcome to another episode of Smart Coach videos, and today's episode we will be talking about the Simon Commission. And the history of the Simon Commission is such a thing which is ingrained in our cultural memory, because through many films and through talks and through various serials, it has been ingrained in the national memory of each and every person who has grown up in India. Okay, the Simon Commission, we all know, was a commission which was formed in Britain, which contained all white members, and therefore it came to be opposed by all of the parties within India, all of the major political parties within India. We know that much. However, there are certain intricacies within the Simon Commission itself which we have to further know, such as the membership or under whom it was formed or what was its task. So let us continue and let us see what the Simon Commission actually was and how it proceeded. So in 1927, the Simon Commission was formally formed as the statutory committee for India. Okay, committee for India. Okay, it was known as the statutory committee, and it was to look into constitutional reforms and the scope for constitutional reforms. The fact is that the 1919 Government of India Act, which introduced diarchy as a way of introducing responsible government in India. Okay, diarchy was conceived as a way by which responsible governance in India would be introduced. The 1919 experiment had failed, and therefore you see, through protests within the nationalists and through you see various events during the course of the history of the Government of India Act, during the course of the history of the Government of India Act of 1919 up until 1930s, we see that there are various protests and various intimations to the government through a wide section of the intellectual population and wide section of the masses were also not very happy with the Government of India Act of 1919, and therefore it was felt by the government that some kind of constitutional reform would have to take place, and it also fits within the conciliation and confrontation cycle which was followed by the British, that you see, after every confrontation or before every confrontation there should be some kind of conciliatory measure which is put into place, and therefore the government wanted to introduce some kind of constitutional reform to appease the nationalists, and therefore this committee was formed. However, when this committee was conceived, it was conceived as a all white committee. Okay, all white. It included, apart from the chairman, which is Sir John Simon, apart from Sir John Simon, we have 4 conservatives, we have 2 Labour Party members, and we have only 1 liberal, and all of these are white. Okay, all of these people are white, and they do not include a single Indian within the committee that is formed to inquire into constitutional reforms within India, and therefore it came under widespread criticisms from all parties such as Hindu Mahasabha, such as Muslim League, such as the Congress. Okay, all of them went against. Okay, all of them went against the Simon Commission. So we see that the Simon Commission was a complete failure right when it was conceived upon. Okay, right from its conception, we see that it was a failure among the various parties, and only people who supported the Simon Commissions were factions from within the Hindu Mahasabha, Muslim League, or some members of the Congress also might have supported the Simon Commission, but they were marginalized members which do not have much power or do not have much say within the structure of their respective parties. One of the trademarks of the Simon Commission, or one of the defining events during the visit of the Simon Commission in India, was the death of Lala Lajpat Rai. During protests during protest for the Simon Commissions. When Lajpat Rai was protesting, he was fatally wounded, okay, and Lala Lajpat Rai, he died, and the outcry against the Simon Commission further intensified after the death of Lala Lajpat Rai during one of the protests taking place against the Simon Commission. However, the Simon Commission did not fail to publish its report. So, in 1930, the Simon Commission published its report. However, the Simon Commission report did not garner much attention, not even from the British government itself, because Lord Irwin had already made the Deepavali declaration. Okay, Lord Irwin had already declared in 1929 tentatively, okay, not very certainly, however, tentatively he had already declared that India will be accorded dominion status. And one of the hallmark of the Simon Commission was that there was no talk of the dominion status. Of course, it stated that diarchy had to be done away with. Diarchy will be replaced by some other form or some other system of governance, some other constitutional system of governance. However, dominion status was not talked about, but Lord Irwin had already talked about dominion status. Okay, and the Indian parties were already forming ideas about how to run the future dominion government of India. So, reports like the Nehru report had already come about. Okay, the reports like Nehru report had already come about, which talked about how to resolve the Hindu-Muslim issue, which talked about how to form committees and not committees, sorry, which talked about how to form the councils. Okay, which talked about the structure of these councils and the structure of relationship from the provinces and the center. Okay, so reports such as the Nehru report or Jinnah's 14 point is also important. It was developed as a counter for the Nehru report. Okay, Jinnah's 14 point. Okay, these were already published, and therefore the Simon Commission came to be neglected to a very great extent. Okay, Lord Irwin's declaration, Nehru report, Jinnah's 14 point, all of these were able to suppress the Simon Commission and the Simon Commission report. One thing, however, which carried forward from the Simon Commission report is the Roundtable Conferences. Okay, the Roundtable Conferences which happened during a crucial phase of the movement of the civil disobedience movement. Okay, the civil disobedience movement, it is temporarily suspended, and the Roundtable Conferences are held in London. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi famously attended the second session of the Roundtable Conference. So, the Roundtable Conferences were part of the agenda of the Simon Commission as it submitted its report. The Simon Commission report had the provision for conferences of all the Indian parties as to how as to how to accord elective rights, okay, rights of elections, or as to how to accord the elective principle, or how to the elective principle, on what basis elections are going to take place, what would be the franchisee, or what would be the structure of the state, that is the relationship between the states and the center, okay, or relationship of the councils and the provinces and the council at the center. So, all of these things were to be resolved out of the Roundtable Conference, and it was part of the specified agenda that the Simon Commission sets through the report of the Simon Commission. Okay. So, now apart from the Roundtable Conferences and how it came to be held, the Simon Commission did not play a very crucial role, and the fault was that by this point of time, even the British administration had realized that in order to have any kind of legitimate constitutional reform within India, it should always include Indian opinion. Okay, Indian opinion should be included, and specifically nationalist Indian opinion has to be included within the conception of any reforms within India. And we see that the Simon Commission, of course, was all white, and there was no representation from the nationalist movements or from the nationalist leadership, and therefore the Simon Commission completely fails. Okay, so this is the brief history of the Simon Commission. We have to remember the death of Lala Lajpat Rai. It also results in the fallout and certain political assassinations which happened because of the death of Lala Lajpat Rai, which is carried out by revolutionaries and revolutionary terrorists, as they were branded. Okay, so and then we see Lord Irwin's declaration. We have dominion status declaration made by Lord Irwin, and then we have got the Nehru report. Okay, and as a fallout of the as a result of the Roundtable, the Simon Commission, we see the Roundtable Conferences being held. Okay, to discuss constitutional reform. And then we can also say the 1935 Act is in a very indirect way, of course, the Act of 1935, the Government of India Act of 1935 is also in a very indirect way somehow affected by the You see, Simon Commission, because of course roundtable conferences were meant to be the way in which the 1935 Act would be discussed and formed. Okay. So I hope it is quite clear to you. I hope you will be studying hard. Thank you.